right, here with Henry Vandermeir, the new Democratic Party chairman for Orange County. Henry, how does it feel to win a hard-fought election?
Well, obviously it feels good. I'm glad that the people believed in me to elect me to this position. As you said, it was very hard fought. I mean, I had an excellent opponent here. And actually, I look forward to working with Jeff. I think we're going to have a really good relationship here. We said before that we would, and I think it's going to hold through. So I'm excited.
What are some of the first things? You mentioned that you wanted to hit the ground running right away for the 28th. What are the kind of things that you see putting in place over this next year to have a successful 2014?
Well, it's the typical organizing. My background is organizing, obviously, working on campaigns. We do not have an infrastructure in place here in Orange County. We have a financial issue that we have to solve. Well, that's our operating expenses. We need to make sure that those are taken care of right away. And on top of that, then we have to start raising the money for the voter registration, voter outreach, and all the other typical, standard, no secret kind of work that we've got to be doing as political entity.
How much is that when you talk about voter registration
my original budget for the first year, and this includes everything, is about a little over $250,000 to start with. Obviously, I look forward to maybe getting even more than that, but this is a very basic plan. Just to get started, just to get our feet wet and get into this. Obviously, it's a brand new, start for us. So I didn't want to be overextending myself, and I think we have a good plan for this, and I look forward to bringing it forth to for the Central Committee.
You mentioned earlier that some of the expenses for the Truman dinner were already taken care of.
That's correct.
How far are you towards that 250 number then? Or do you have a sense of that?
For this year, it depends, because I raised about $80,000 already. Part of that includes the Truman dinner. The Truman dinner since it now is covered, essentially means that all the money that goes into that will come directly to us. So that gives us a head start on the next year already. So that's over $100,000 that'll come right back to that. In addition to that, I've gotten some people to help pay for the expenses. I just need a few more people, and our expenses for the whole year are paid for.
What do you do now to bring the party, in a sense, together? We certainly wrote a lot about some of the tension that has existed throughout the year.
Well, I mean, everybody along has always said that regardless of what happens, we're going to work together, and I'm going to hold them to that. I know who said that, and I'm going to say this is afterwards. Let's now work together, and I think people know that we have a lot of work to do here in Orange County, and that if we try to keep the separations that we had before, we're just going to be hurting ourselves.
You talked a little bit earlier when we were chatting about more listening, more bringing people together.
Right.
What do you do to do that now? Do you go on a listening tour?
Well, I do exactly what I did for CDC. I go and I meet with people. I go to the clubs. In this case, I go around Orange County. I go to the organizations. I go to the unions. I go to all of our progressive affiliates, and I talk to them, and I say, what do you want out of the Democratic Party? What would you like to see us do? I talk to our candidates. I talk to our elected. I'm basically at this point in time, I've already done this to a certain degree for the last 2 months, which is why I already have the strategic plan for the next 2 years essentially pulled together. And so now it's just a matter, okay, I've listened to you folks. Let's tweak it a little bit more by what other people have said, and let's go forth and put this in place January 28th. Let's get going, hit the ground running.
Frank Barbero used to have a pretty friendly relationship with Scott Baugh. They used to have dinner together before elections. How do you handle that relationship? What do you see? Is it more combative? Is it more? You just said you were ready to go kick some Republican butt.
Well, that's what our job is. I'm the Democratic Party. It's not my job to elect Republicans. My job is to elect Democrats. So yeah, I want to kick some Republican butt and elect some more Democrats here in Orange County. As far as Scott Baugh is, I don't know the gentleman. I'll be happy to meet him. But my job is now to take care of the Democratic Party, and that's where my concentration is going to be.
Any specific goals you give yourself for next year? You want to see Sharon Quirk reelected?
That's an obvious. We won that seat. They're going to come after hard. After that one, we obviously have to protect that seat. We have a few more that we need to make sure we can protect, as well as try and gain some more ground here in Orange County. I think we have a good momentum on our side at this point. We now have to take advantage of that momentum and take it to the next level and just capitalize on it.